Guys, there has been Overtake GG released a video about me. I haven't seen the video yet. And it's about me, like emotional. Don't cry. So guys, let's go. Guys, Overtake video, Overtake.gg. I will link it after we watch it. Give them like, give them love, give them watch, because I don't want to take away their viewers, alright? Epic factor, the story of Jardier Jardier, guys. Alright? Buckle up. Since 15 years, I always like go after competition. By the way, I look absolutely fat in this video. And guys, since the video got recorded, I lost 8 kilos, okay? I'm 8 kilos lighter, so I'm not looking nothing like that, okay, anymore. And that's what drives me. For me, this is the maximum thrill.
Hey everyone, it's me, Renee from Overtake.gg, and as you can probably tell by the surroundings, today is a special one. Epic Factor, where we head out and visit favorite content creators, people from the sim racing scene, whatever we can come up with basically. Today we're in the beautiful Czech Republic, more or less in Prague. Right there you see the city in the background, as one of our and hopefully your favorite content creator told us to meet him here at Kart. So I'm more than excited to see what we do, and I hope we do some of the racing there as well. And hey Jardier, you ready? Hey Rene, come down here.
Do you see, you know, the movie star, you know, like the, hey, let's go. Look at a beautiful city, guys. They have epic shots, by the way. Well done. My name is Jardier. I come from Prague. For about 4 years, I lived in a village outside the city with my father when I was in high school. It was quite tough, I would say, because I was around 10 years old until 15. The internet was not existing in the village. It was the worst thing ever. If it was raining, you didn't have an internet and stuff like that. Then my father, because I wasn't very good at school at the time, he was really strict at me. So yeah, the starts were difficult. When I was like around 13, 12 years old, I finally could understand that my father is doing some real racing. He was doing like 4 Fiesta Cup, Skoda Octavia Cup. So I was like following him to racing. He was like very happy as well, because I was like going to his racing weekend with him, and it was really cool. I was sitting in the race car as a little small kid, and it was great because since 12, we basically were developing like with my father like a relationship towards that I might be racing as well with him in the future. And originally we were like, okay, we gotta do go-karts, because the go-karts are like entry, you know, for the racing and such. So since like 7 years or 8 years, I was doing go-karts in a rental places, because we never had the money for like a normal racing or championship or stuff like that. And because my father was doing the Ford Fiesta Cup at 14, they changed the rules that I could drive as a kid. So he was like, okay, let's start, because you're like, you have to right now, because it's 14 years old. We have a sponsors, we can afford it. And I did my license and we started racing, and it was blessing. It was blessing back in the day. In 2006, we finished our BMW championship, and we had like a massive plans for the next season that we will have a sponsors and partners, because we won, and everyone was like, wow, because I was 18 at the time. And look at that innocent little boy. Look at that innocent little boy, guys. The year was 2006, you know. Oh man, I was racing in a real life from 2002 to 2006, you know, so 5 years basically. And yeah, it was tough, guys. What a great cinematography, by the way, from the guys. We were like about to do some big switches for the next season, like driving Porsche Cup or something like that. Yeah. But I got really sick in like just before the end of the season. I was basically the last 2 races of the season. I was like really ill. I lost like 15 kilos. I was having inflammation on the lungs, I think. And my lung was like failing as well a bit. So I was like, for 2 months, I was like completely sick home. Actually 4.
And which is okay, because I got through it. But the problem is my father caught it as well, and he got like way worse in a way. So my father got like really sick, and we basically, because of that, we stopped racing, because like what happened, my father was like, for like 2 years, he was really badly ill.
Because of that, his coworkers, they basically like stole his company and stole the partners and everything. So basically my father lost everything. And like, obviously for racing you need money. So basically like everything went to like shit. As a kid, you don't understand it properly yet. And my father was like very limiting at the time. So we were like arguing a lot. And so like the relationship basically like broke, kicked me from the house, and we live. And for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, we had like a really terrible relationship, like we basically barely like not existent to each other because it was hard. It was hard, yeah.
That was the worst time of my life. For like 5 years,
4 or 5 years, we were completely like dead to each other. Like I was pissed at him, he was pissed at me. And because we said so many things.
If you guys wondering what happened, it's basically my father, like I was 18 obviously, and 18 I was like already trying to stand behind myself and such. And my father, because he was like also sick, he was having financial problems and everything. And when you have a financial problems, everything goes down, right? And basically what was happening, he was like very limiting me in every single way. He was like, you have to wake up 7 o'clock and you have to go cut the grass or something like that. And I was like, I didn't want to, you know, I was like 18, I wanted to live, you know, and so on. And we basically started arguing a lot in every possible occasion. And it basically went in a way when I was so mad, I was like telling him I don't want to live here anymore. And he kicked me out of the house. So I basically just took my backpack, my laptop, which I had back in the day, and I just went on the street, you know. And I wasn't homeless or anything. I went to my mom, you know. So, but it was just, you know, it goes.
Against each other. And then like the bad thing happened that my father got a tumor and he wanted me to like take care of him a bit. So we basically were, okay, put this aside, take care of the dad, you know.
It was like after 5 years, 6 years approximately. We were not talking to each other for like 4 or 5 years at all, like zero, you know.
He got through the surgery, he got better, and he basically, how he got from the surgery, he was like staying with us, or we were like, he was coming for lunch or dinner occasionally because he's not living here, he's living in Germany. And it really like fixed the whole relationship completely, because the thing that helped as well is like my father realized that I'm like grown up. I'm like having my own life, you know, we are having our dog, we are having our girlfriend, we are living in our place, and I'm like successful in what I'm doing. And my father kind of realized that, and he created like a respect towards me. And he's always like saying that he's like super proud. Like the things that I never heard when I was a kid, basically. Now he's like shockingly happy, you know. It's like completely revisited relationship, and I'm very grateful for it now. Yeah, very much.
Crazy how it goes.
Just as I started racing in like 2002 in real life, he was very smart in this. He was telling me like, you need to use these games for like learning, because obviously like we didn't have the money to do like a proper testing. We had like other people where, for example, they rent a racetrack and they had 20 sets of tires and they were practicing whole weekend. But we literally were like saving budget all the time. So I did like 3 quali laps and 20-minute practice, and that was it, you know, before the racing. So we had like absolutely lacking practice overall. And he was always telling me like, use these games to get some advantage or to practice like overtaking and such, because even with the AI, it still works, you know, you can see how to behave and so on. It's basically, yeah, 2004 I started sim racing properly.
That's actually like very interesting thing, guys, because like, yeah, as I said, we were racing in real life, but we didn't have money for it. It was all from the sponsors. And basically, we went for a racing weekend, and we literally had four tires, and that was it for the whole weekend. And people had like 16 tires, for example. So I was driving only 3 laps in a quali, and that was all allowed because we had to save those tires and so on. You know, it was so limiting. So sim racing was really helpful back in the day.
And then people told me like, you can go into iRacing in like 2009, and then you can play against people from another world. And I was like, wow, you can actually play like
from another world, from different country, obviously.
People from the United States, you know, Italy, Germany, and so much. Not only Czech people. And I was like, I really want to know how fast I can actually be. So I joined the iRacing. We started like racing properly, and I managed to make it into the iRacing World Championship, which was like the top, I remember. And the worst was like, I didn't have a proper gear, so I had like a normal wheel, and my table was too like big to put a wheel on. So I took from from balcony, my mother had like a little tiny table. It was like this size table for flour.
That was so bad, man.
I took the table, put it next to my rig, put like a big foams around it to like make it hold. And I was driving on it, and the biggest fun was like every single straight, I had to like push it back because the table was like 1 kilo. When you turn, the table was moving as well. It was like
so bad, man. It was
like
so
having
bad.
gear like this is like my gear completely changed in the past few years thanks to YouTube and thanks to the partners and the community we built.
Thanks to
I
you.
was able to like get better stuff, and it's just insane like how you get from a little tiny chair with the wiggle table to something that is like so nice.
All thanks to you. All thanks to
YouTube
you.
basically brought me closer to real racing than ever any other job, which kind of makes me realize that I maybe should have started sooner. But
Yep.
on the other
Yep.
hand, I think I had to grow up because like I think that 25-year me would not be able to have what I have right now in 33.
Absolutely.
Because like of this.
Yeah, I completely changed, guys. I completely changed my life.
You're racing driver, you figured it out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so
Because you're not
crazy.
a racing driver.
My license is invalid. It was 15 years ago. It doesn't count anymore.
I mean, I can misbehave and my license will be invalid today if you want to.
We are registering René so he can actually drive as well because he never been here. I've been here like once in past 3 years. So
Look at that. I call this enter weight.
yeah.
No, Loplo, this is
So I want
George.
people to know
Be
what.
too skinny or too fat, you know, they will not allow you.
Is that the case? Every time it's so depressing how long you have to scroll to know it.
Exactly, I get it as well. Like you're going down, scrolling as well. How old are you? Like, oh my god,
So
old
crazy.
boy.
Hey.
I'd like to point out that René has almost 60 kilos advantage of me in a go-kart.
Like a real sim racer, he already has
it's like
all the
one
excuses.
extra person. It's one extra person.
60 kilos is a lot,
Over
man.
your home track, your home country, you have your own gloves and helmet. I got nothing of that
60
with me.
kilos is 60 kilos. 50 kilos is 50 kilos.
Now it
But
will be only
we now
50.
learned, so you have been here and painting even the tires of this track and help building it. And then you still want to tell me you don't have the upper hand going into this.
No, I don't. The
60 kilos, look at me. Look at me versus René. He's like I'm twice his size, you know?
I haven't, in the past 3 years, I have been once here and we were driving on the snow with my girlfriend.
You still, it's like driving the snow experience so we know exactly how it is to drive.
It was also the other way around.
Yeah, sure. And
I have a video
the
to
world
prove it.
was the other way around and everything, and like gravity didn't work the same way.
I'm 50 kilos heavier, you know. It's like me driving with double seater with my girlfriend almost, you know.
Yeah, we'll just put the cameraman on for my.
And I'm carrying the GoPro. I'm carrying the GoPro.
Oh,
it's extra half a kilo. You know?
GoPro's so heavy. Don't tell me.
Excuses, you
I
know?
think they're actually done now. So I think we have to get ready.
And the group of the dude.
Apocalypse time.
I was just racing a little bit, nothing crazy.
Beautiful weather and karting. Can't get better than that. I'm not sure if I go into the garden to do some gardening or
Look
if
how
we
much
go racing.
fatter I am, you know?
So I'm gonna just take him out in the first corner. First wall, René butt going in the wall.
It's not the newest BMW or Porsche, it's shaking a bit.
It's good fun though. What a nice video. The BOP sucks.
Everything hurts. But we did. We managed. Last to first challenge. It's not like I'm celebrating this at all. Not at all.
If you want to know, guys, if you want to know, we did 3 sessions. 3 sessions. In the first 2 sessions, René was faster than me. And we were both improving a lot. And in the third session, I completely destroyed him. I gave him like 3 tenths or 4 tenths, you know? And it was the fastest lap time we did so far. So just, you know, let him have it, you know? Now.
Oh man, that was fun. Oh, it's way more exhausting than I remember.
Right, right.
Oh, my fingers.
Because here you go really fast.
Yeah, it was like it's a super fast track.
You
And a lot of shifting and all that.
Dude,
My grandpa was driving as
I
well.
had no chance.
Crazy. Man, it's like my arms from just gripping a steering wheel because in the fast sections you're like, whoa.
Gabby was driving as
He
well.
told me I got a go-kart with smallest seat and the most forward. So I was sitting like this and I couldn't breathe. I was like,
No one needs that.
I was driving, I was like,
My friend gave me on purpose the wrong car with
So
small
official
seat.
winner
You
of
know?
the last the first challenge, I would say. I also want to announce the end of Jardier's channel. He will probably just end his career now.
The start
there's
of
not
my
much more to
channel.
say.
This is just the
Not that
beginning,
way it works,
guys.
it's an ending.
So crazy. So crazy. Guys, this is such a great video from them. This is such a well done from the Overtake. Like, what a good job, you know? Make sure to leave a like, guys. Give them love. If you can share it, leave a like or something. It would be so awesome. And I think, do you remember my lifetime? I did like 48.5 or something. It was like really, really slow, to be fair, compared to like a really fast drivers. But dude, like 60 kilos extra is a lot, you know? But guys, make sure to share the video, show it to people. I will try to share it everywhere possible as well. But it would really, really help, guys. And we can someday, we can talk about it even more, okay?